This time, I'm taking you with me to Kyoto, where I went to visit Lucy. Unfortunately, it was already the rainy season in Japan, so my first day wasn't exactly ideal. It rained the whole day, so I decided to take it easy and left a little later than I originally planned. To make things even better, I got sick a few days before the trip, so the timing wasn't perfect, but at the same time, I was really happy to get away from Tokyo for a few days. The Shinkansen ride was incredibly comfortable. It's amazing how quickly it gets to across the Japan. The only downside is the price. A one-way ticket cost me around 14,000 yen, which is actually more than I would normally pay for a flight. After I arrived, I met up with Lucy and we went to her place. Since we were both hungry, we went for some famous local gyoza and they were absolutely delicious. Because I still wasn't feeling very well, we decided to spend the rest of the evening at home. And it turned out to be the right decision because it kept raining heavily for the rest of the night. The next morning, we visited a flea market at Toji Temple. The temple grounds were huge, and the temple itself is definitely worth visiting. The market was full of antiques, vintage clothes, ceramics, food, and pretty much everything you could imagine. I bought the silver ring and a little ceramic plate that I now use to keep my rings on. We wanted to have a relaxed day, so we spent a few hours in this beautiful cafe just drawing together. This vlog isn't really a typical sightseeing guide to Kyoto. It's more about spending a slow weekend there and showing a different side of the city. Later that day, because we wanted to go out, but we were quite far from Lucy's place, we took a taxi home. Luckily, taxis in Kyoto are a little cheaper than in Tokyo. After getting ready, we went out again. First, we had dinner at this beautiful izakaya, and then, of course, we ended up in a wine bar. We sat for a while and then we bought a bottle of wine and went to the riverside. It was full of people enjoying the warm evening there. Families and friends were lighting sparklers and some small fireworks together. It was such a unique atmosphere. The next morning we had breakfast at a small cafe run by an elderly couple who makes the most amazing homemade toasts. Later, we decided to spend the afternoon exploring Gion, the old district in Kyoto. But first, coffee, of course. No day is complete without a good filtered coffee. After that, we walked around and visited Toji Temple, where you can also find a beautiful bamboo. Then we simply wandered through the small streets and little shops. I have to say that Kyoto is very touristy, even outside the main season. It is definitely worth visiting, and I completely understand why so many people come here. But I also believe that Japan has many other beautiful places with a very similar atmosphere, just with less tourists. Still, Kyoto has a completely different feeling compared to Tokyo. Everything feels slower, calmer, and more peaceful. It's a really nice change of pace, although Tokyo is still my favorite city. We continued exploring the city, stopped for a beer. And later had an amazing bowl of ramen in this beautiful modern restaurant. I was so hungry that I only remembered to film after I had already started eating. The next day, we decided to leave the city and spend some time in nature.
Medvědi nás nezabijou. Ne, no zvonit o život. Nesmíme utíkat. Není problém.
We went for a walk along the Kiyotaki River. The water there is incredibly clear and beautiful. I was a little sad that it wasn't warm enough to go swimming, and because I was still recovering from being sick, I didn't want to risk it anyway. But even just walking there felt really refreshing. It was nice to slow down and recharge a little. That day, I also decided to stay away from my phone as much as possible. Instead of scrolling through social media, I brought my sketchbook and spent some time drawing whatever came to my mind. I'm trying to do that more often because social media doesn't really give me much anymore, and I rather spend my time creating something. Along the river, we saw lots of herons, which are actually one of my favorite birds. I even want to get one tattooed someday. I definitely want to come back here when it's warmer because swimming in this river must be incredible. This time I only dip my feet into water.
Yeah, sure.
We extended our walk and continued all the way to the train station. They also offer traditional boat rides along the river, which I would love to try one day. After that, we returned to Kyoto and I took the Shinkansen back to Tokyo. Thank you so much for watching. Maybe this wasn't the most exciting travel vlog, but this is simply how I like to travel. Slowly, without rushing and without feeling like I have to see every single tourist attraction. Because I think that's what life is really about. Learning to enjoy the quiet, ordinary moments.